Hey, what's going on, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode here on ESGNet as we're back here for another Stanford Cardinals online Dynasty today. And today's a big day because it is time for a bowl game. We are got ourselves in a nice game here, but well, it's going to be a tough one because it's against number 3 Alabama, and this is the first bowl game of Coach TJ Bonds' career. So this is talk about a tough bowl game, and of all things, your first bowl game at that, taking on a powerhouse like Alabama. So Alabama's ranked number 3 in the nation, as you see there, and we'll take a look at the preview of this game here. And of course, Alabama is going to be heavily favored in this one. And we're currently ranked number 5 in the nation with a 10-2 record. Now, we did not get to play in the Pac-12 championship game, as you know, because we got booted out because we lost against UCLA, and that's what helped them. Of course, they had a tiebreaker, and of course, there was a tie at the end, and then of course they got the chance to play in the Big 12 championship game. But we'll take a look here and see how Stanford does in this one as we're taking on Alabama. So our game plan really is try to play keep away with Alabama, try to make sure we have ball control, and just manage the game the way we want to play it, and force them to play our type of football. So 2nd and 5 there, you see we made a nice little run there. Go to a crucial 3rd and 3 as Harold and the rest of the Cardinals here out there make a nice catch there to Eric Washington, who makes a 7-yard reception for a first down. So we'll see if this can keep up here, and we'll see how this goes, as we just got to make sure we don't make any crazy passes, and because this defense that Alabama has, they have a tough secondary that will shut you down very, very quickly. See, Murphy's matched up with one of those corners right now. Now, trying to get to Murphy here today, it's going to be a tough task if we have any chance of trying to get the ball deep. We'll see here, we're kind of just keeping it middle of the field and kind of mid-range in the throwing area. See, Terrence Joseph gets a catch, and that's enough for the first down. So remember, we are playing 5-minute quarters here. So in this situation, not necessarily in our favor of playing keep away, because things can turn around very quickly. A fumble, interception of some sort, or just a stall drive can really hurt us when it comes to time of possession. So we just got to make sure every play counts. Every drive we come out here for makes something for us, and we cannot turn away any points at all. So if we can only muster up 3 points in these drives, we got to take them. Again, of course, we want to get in the end zone and take a lead. Now Alabama, of course, will have the ball at second half, so I don't know. We'll have to make some adjustments as we go along. It's Fenner gets a loss of 2 on that carry. But Coach, talking to Coach TJ Bonds, he was kind of nervous. This is his first game. He wants to, show the school he's what he can do with this team. As last year they were unsuccessful in winning their bowl game, and they came up short. So we'll see now 2nd and 10 for Stanford. So we'll see a handoff there to Fenner. Fenner trying to get around the tackles there, but he is going to be taken down there, only gaining 3 on the play. And I'm sure he's thinking, like, what are you guys doing to me today when it comes to this running game? So 10 seconds left for the end of the quarter here. Remember, we are playing 5-minute quarters, so these going to be quick quarters. And he makes another 5-yard gain for just short of the first down marker. He's going to put in a 3rd and 2. So we'll flip the field now here, 3rd and 2 for Stanford. As I see a handoff here for Fenner. Fenner, they say he got it. They gave him forward progress there, so he gets the 2 yards. Excuse me. That we need for the first, and that's great to see. So we now get 1st and goal, ball on the 5-yard line. And we'll see a toss there to Fenner in the backfield there. Fenner's going to lose about 4 on the play. Put them at now 2nd and goal. So they're near the 10-yard line here in this one. You see a 2nd and goal here, and this might be a passing situation here for Stanford. They throw up the middle there to Joseph, and Joseph gets them back at near the maybe half-yard line there. So it's now 3rd and goal. And you see here Harold reads something there for the defense. Going to try to see if maybe they can punch this one maybe up the middle here, as they do have some of the big guys up there. Finner tries to get into the end zone there, but he's going to come up short, as they say no gain. So here they go again now, 4th and goal. And this one off to Finner. Finner gets into the end zone and touchdown, Cardinals. Cardinals make the touchdown, and they're on the board now for the first time in this one here in the All-State Sugar Bowl with a 7-point lead. Now it's time for our defense to come out there to see Coach TJ Bonds happy and excited by his team taking a lead here. So 2:58 left here in this one. Workman, of course, their top guy. We mentioned this in the previous episode. He is a guy that he will definitely break out a run when he needs to, and he has a strong arm at that. So that's definitely another thing we're going to have to watch out for here. So he's a bit of a double threat here on us, both through the air and the ground. See him now. There you see it, like I was talking about there. If the play breaks down, he cannot find nobody. He's going to take this one, and he only gains barely. He only gets back his 4 yards he lost. So they're back at the original line of scrimmage here now. 3rd and 10. Toss play there, or quick screen pass there to Bryant. It's Jay Bryant. Only gets about 2 or so on the play, and they'll be forced to punt. So we're at midfield now here after the punt. 1st and 10 here for this Cardinals, as we'll see a opportunity now here for Harold to do something here. Harold's trying to make a deep pass here. Throws this one up there to Eric Washington, and Washington comes down with a 14-yard reception as he gets the first down. 34 yards, 3 catches now for Washington. 1st and 10 here for the Stanford Cardinals. Under a minute left here before we get to half. Throw this one up there to Joseph, and Joseph gets the catch, and that's a 13-yard reception for the first down. So nice job there. So far, we're looking pretty good here in this one. Go now to 1st and 10, and we'll see if we can try to maybe at some point here kind of maybe worst case scenario get in position here for a field goal. So see Barber had it in his hands, but he drops it, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. Not like Barber to do that. We'll go on now to a 2nd and 10. This one's going up the middle for Barber again, but Barkley gets his hands up there, and he makes a stop as he flex that one there. So now we got to go for it here on 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. We'll see a play, and that one is going to be stopped. It's going to be a fumble, but we recover it, and that is on Harold there, as he just did a bad job there holding on to that football. But one of our linemen gets a hold of it, and it puts us at now at a 4th and 18. So 4th and 18 here. It looks like Coach TJ Bond says they're going to go for it here. 4th and 18, 30 seconds left here. That is going to get tossed up, but it's going to get batted away. And with only 1 second left, Alabama has now a shot here to try to do something. So now at midfield here, 1st and 10. You know this pass is going to be deep pass here from Workman, as their clock's now expire here. Workman gets hit as he throws. This one goes toss up. That one's going to be broken away. And no, Donald Harris holds on to a 48-yard catch, but time has expired, and Stanford takes a small lead right now going into half, up by a single touchdown here in this one. So talk about a game here in this one, as Harold and Stanford really trying their best here to try to make a game here and try to get some kind of lead here, trying to get some distance between them and Alabama, and this is going to be a tough task for them coming up here in the second half. Alabama, they're a team regardless, no matter what who's behind under center there. As Workman has made some pretty, that catch right there towards the half there kind of makes me a little nervous about how things is going to shape out here in the second half. Of course, the second half is going to be a wild one there. You see the time possession there, not in the favor of Alabama, but they do get ball to start the second half off. And we'll see what they'll do here in just a few seconds. So we get the kickoff here as Bricks kicks this one off to start the second half. And we'll go into this one, and we'll see Seymour here has the ball. Seymour gets taken there at the 25 for that 25-yard return. So you see Stanford's numbers so far defensively. We'll see if we can keep it up here defensively in the second half. Start with the third quarter here. Workman here going to call his own number. Workman's going to be brought down, and that's going to be a stop. Nice job there as he gets a couple of yards on that play. Going now to a 2nd and 8. And we'll see. We got a man in motion there for Alabama. As Workman here drops back in the pocket, throws him up there to Chris Washington of Alabama, and Bama gets the first down on that 12-yard reception. 1st and 10, man in motion again here. Looks like the tight end's in motion, and we'll see Brian now here trying to get up the middle, but that's going to be a 2-yard stop. As it's going to be a 2nd and 8 there. Nice stop from our defensive line that time. 2nd and 8 here. Workman. Oh, here we are now. Play a read option, and he runs this one. And Shaw gets a stop, and that's going to be a first down for Bama. Now they're in Cardinal territory here now. Workman here throws this one up there to Chris Washington again. 6 yards on the reception, puts him at a 2nd and 6. So they're doing a good job here of moving these chains here and pushing back the Cardinals defense. Unlike the first half, where the Cardinals did a great job there of holding them down. As Mosley there gets a nice stop there. Nice tackle for the loss there in that situation. Now go to a 3rd and 7. Workman drops back in the pocket there, throws this one up there. That's going to be tipped away there from Andre Brown, who gets the deflection, and that is going to force him to punt the ball. So Alabama now is back on defense here as Stanford now going for offense here, trying to get on the board. Run this one with Finner, and Finner gets a 5-yard carry for about 5 yards on the play. So we'll move on now to a 3rd and 2 here, a crucial 3rd down for the Cardinals. Minute 52 left here in the third quarter. Hand this one off to Finner. Finner trying to find the first down marker, but he is going to be shy, they say. And they're going to go ahead and go for it here. So 4th and inches. Dangerous spot to put yourselves in here against Alabama. But Finner finds a hole there, gets in that hole, and gets a 10-yard gain. As now it's going to be a 1st and 10 now for the Cardinals. Cardinals risking it here. Definitely risking it for the biscuit. As we get to the 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. As Harrell here drops back in the pocket, throws this one there to Washington. Washington gets a great block there, and that's going to put him near midfield on that 16-yard reception. Washington, 4 catches, 50 yards here in today's game. Go to another 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Coach Teddy Barnes-Smith did a great, Coach TJ Barnes did a great job there calling that play. He did another one here, giving this one to Barber. He gets inside the 40 in Bama territory. That's a 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. 20 seconds left here in the third quarter. We'll see a 1st and 10. Ball on near the 35-yard line. Play action now for Harrell. Harrell throws this one up there. That's going to be tipped away as Banks is there on the stop. Blocks that one from getting that one to Barber. I don't think anybody would have had that one. But we go now to a 2nd and 10. 10 seconds left here in the third quarter before we flip the field. We'll see Stanford here trying to see if they can make a play here. Going for a deep pass there, and no, he's got to throw that one away. Believe that was intended there for Washington, but it's going to be an incomplete pass on that one. So we'll go now to a 3rd and 10. Just 5 seconds left here in the third quarter. 3rd and 10. Harrell here dropping back in the pocket here. Got a nice pocket. Throws this one up there to Barber. Barber gets the catch, and Barber's going to be inside the 5. 30 yards on the reception there from John Barber, who's just been a monster this season. He's already got people looking at him from the NFL already, want him for next year's draft, or this coming spring's draft, I should say. So now we start the fourth quarter here. We're near the goal line here, and Barber gets the catch. 3-yard, nice 2 or 3 yard reception on that one, his first of the day, and that puts him now up by 2 scores here as we start the fourth quarter. So now Alabama now on the field here on offense. Workman hands it off to Bryant, and Bryant is stopped in the backfield there. Nice stop on that one as the Cardinals defense picks that one up, finds that, does a good job there reading that play and stops the run. Now, huge, crucial 3rd and 11 now for the Bama. Bama still has no points on the board here. Jose Smith charging down the quarterback there. Quarterback Workman gets the ball off there to Bryant. Bryant gets pushed out, but he does get 14 yards on the play, and that's going to move the chains. 1st and 10 here now for Workman and Bama. Workman calls his own number here. He's going to stop by Cronin. Cronin gets a stop, and Workman only gets 2 yards on that scramble. So 2nd and 8. At some point here, Bama is going to have to, actually Bama needs to quit running the run plays, quit doing running plays and do some pass plays, but they're going to stick with Seymour. Seymour almost breaks that tackle but gets 10 yards on the play. 1st and 10 there for Alabama. Crimson Tide still trailing by 2 scores. 1st and 10, 3:35 left here in the fourth quarter. Bryant there is going to get stopped in the backfield there. Nice stop. And that one's, I believe, from Jose Smith there on the play. 2nd and 14. Workman now snaps the ball, looks back here, fires that one, and that one's going to go to Robinson for 17 yards on that catch there. A quick bang-bang play. 1st and 10. Deep pass there to Harris there, excuse me. Donald Harris, 30 yards reception. He had that 48-yard reception at the end of the first half, and now he makes another great catch. Whereas he been at all game long. And Bama now at 1st and 10 now here, about to try to make a score here, try to make a ball game. 2:56 left here in the fourth. Workman drops back in the pocket, breaks a tackle. Gant can't get a hold of it, but Mosley does, and that's a 4-yard sack there on Workman as they call a no huddle real quick. Now 2nd and 14. See, Workman here calls his own number instead. It's going to get tackled and gets 2 yards on the play. Making it 2nd and 12 as he gets gathered up there by Hunt. 3rd and 12 here for Bama. Workman here, got to get rid of the football here. Burke, he's going to drop the football, and Gant's going to pick it up, and Gant's going to try to go back for 6, but he's going to be tripped up, and they get the first down. First turn of the ball game here for Bama. 2 minutes left here as we go now in this one as they have possession of the ball here. Number 3, Bama, looks like they're going to be upsetted by number 5, Stanford, as Finner here runs this one. And Bama's going to call their first timeout with 1:58 left here in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 7 here, a 3rd down play. This one's going to, of course, be a pass play. So they want to try to keep this clock alive, but that means they're going to have to keep in bounds and get a reception here. We'll see a pass there to Washington, and Washington could not get it as Lawson's right on top of that one. Bad throw and bad read there from Harold. 1st and 10 now here. 1:42 left. Workman throws this one up there to Harris. Harris gets the catch, and now it's just a track meet as Harris is going to go into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama. Crimson Tide now on the board here, as now Workman has 190 yards in this game. First touchdown of the game, but is it too late for Bama to come back in this one? We've seen weird things in college football happen, and this could be the case in this one. This is 1:34 left here in the fourth. We'll see what Bama's going to do. Of course, I'm sure they're going to try to go for the onside kick to see if they can get the football back here. And, of course, Stanford's going to have their hands crew on the field here, and that's exactly what's going to be the case. As you see an onside kick attempt here, this is going to go to Mark. Mark gets the ball. He dives down. DeAndre Mark, nice catch there from him. And now Stanford all they have to do now is just play some smart football here. Go to a 1st and 10 and just run down this clock. Bama only has one timeout remaining here in this game. So after this timeout is taken from Bama, I would imagine that's going to be the case. The game's pretty much over with now. So Harrell has a run here as there's a blitz on him. 2 defenders coming down behind his neck here. And he gets a 7-yard gain, and Bama does call their last timeout in this one. 2nd and 3. And of course, Stanford's going to try to keep this running between the tackles here, running this one up the middle there for Finner. And Finner gets 6 yards on the carry. 1:25 left here in this one. 12 first downs for Stanford, 7 for Alabama. 14-7. Stanford's leading this one by a touchdown. 1st and 10. Play clock's running down to 7. See what they're going to do. They're going to go ahead and snap this one with a minute left here in this one. It's going to be a 5-yard gain there for Finner, as he has now 21 carries for 50, or for I believe 73, 75 yards. 2nd and 5. We'll see a handoff there, and again, this could be the last play here for this game, as Stanford could walk out of here as your All-State Sugar Bowl champions. The first bowl game for Coach T.J. Bonds here in a win. 12 seconds left before victory. We'll see a handoff there to Finner. Finner breaks a tackle. Finner keeps moving, gets inside of the 10, and gets a nice 11-yard carry. And right there is it, ladies and gentlemen. The ball game is going to be over with, and it is. They get their first ever All-State Sugar Bowl game here with Coach T.J. Bonds, and they beat a top 5 team here, as Alabama will be, of course, they'll still be in the top, I would imagine they'll still be in the top 10 here after the season's over with here, but nonetheless, we get our first bowl game here for Coach T.J. Bonds in this one, as they will now move on. And of course, now it's time for us to get ready for the all season and see if we can now try to compete maybe for a national championship next season. I don't know. But Workman, there you see, he can't leave his head down there. He had a decent game, but there you see 23 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown as Finner did his job there, getting into running a nice ball game here and helping out his ball club with a victory. There you see Coach T.J. Bonds holding up that Sugar Bowl trophy. Congratulations to him and to the Stanford Cardinal as they win this one here today. Nice play. 14-7 is your final score here in this one. And it's nice to see them get a nice victory here, beating a tough team like Alabama. And that's only going to help us now in the rankings. I would imagine, I'm hoping we'll be in the top 10 once the season is over with. As we'll take a look here and see. If I'm not mistaken, too, the national championship game was played between my two friends, Taylor and Steve. And I believe Taylor was the victor in that one, and maybe in the off-season video we'll show you guys that ball game there, or show you the stats of that ball game. But nonetheless, congratulations there to Stanford as they pick up a win here against a tough Alabama squad. And of course, I was really to see Workman. I mean, he did run the ball quite a bit, like I figured that he would. But I would think a lot more he would pass the ball a lot more, especially to Harris. I mean, Donald Harris is just a runner. He can just take off like no other, and I wouldn't mind seeing him go to the NFL there. I'm sure Steve and Taylor are chomping at the bit, of course, to maybe draft him in their Madden series that they're currently in with the conjunction of this series. Or this, I should say, of this Dynasty. But there you see 10 of 16, 131, and a touchdown there for Harold. As for Finner, he leaves the season there. He is going to be a bowl winner. 23 carries, 90 yards, a touchdown there. Of course, our player of the game. 1 broken tackle. As receiving-wise, Washington, 4 catches, 50 yards, no score. But Barber, 3 catches, 51 yards, and a score. The question is Barber going to go early into the NFL draft? We'll have to find out and see during the offseason. And of course, Joseph, 3 catches for 30 yards from him, as we try to do our best to try to get to him, but it was just tough. He had a nice matchup against their corner there from Alabama, and just not a good idea to throw his way in a lot of those for the majority of the game there. There you see our sacks there. Nice job from Bentley and Mosley. And then as for interceptions, of course, no interceptions. We could not get a chance to get those, but we did get that forced fumble, and of course the fumble recovery there from Gann. I love Gann. He is like one of my favorite players. Not as much as my favorite player like Sheldon Sherman in my Highland Scotty series, but Gann is on that level there, on that same level as Sheldon Sherman. He just can bulldoze guys off that offensive line there and get to his quarterback. So we'll see how things go as we do. We'll have the offseason video come up very, very soon. And of course, we'll show you guys some of the offseason moves that we're going to make and some of the guys we're going to bring in. I'm going to try to get as much of the offseason on film as much as possible. But with 2 other people also playing in this Dynasty, things will kind of move along very quickly. So I'll try to get as much as I possibly can, but I can't guarantee everything. But of course, once we get done with the offseason, then of course we'll get right into the second season, see if we can try to repeat this performance, or maybe we can try and do better. Maybe if we get ranked higher, maybe we can compete for that national championship, either play against Steve or Taylor with their teams. Of course, Steve with the Lovelady Lions and Taylor with the Air Force Falcons. So we'll see how things go coming up in the offseason, and of course we'll get ready for season number 2 of this online Dynasty here on NCAA Football 14. That's it for me and for Stanford Cardinals. We'll be back for another episode with the offseason video very, very soon here on the channel. As always, if you guys enjoyed today's video, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification so you guys will be notified here on the channel. And not to mention, follow us the links down below on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord for the latest news and events on this channel here on ESGNet LP, and also on the main channel on ESGNet. That's it from me. As always, keep yourselves healthy, wear a mask, and I will see you guys next time.